Hey everyone, I'm Ryan, you're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and this is the Birmingham Sounds 2017. I'm pretty excited to be showing this thing off because it's coming out of our own little corner of the internet guitar community. Longtime friend of the show and supporter of this show, Zach Slater, is behind the brand. He's behind the design of this pedal. He spent years like just tweaking this thing and breadboarding it and figuring out how to make it sound exactly how he wanted a distortion to sound. So I'm excited to show it off, show what I can do with it, show why I like this pedal. I've been using it for weeks. I think it sounds great. It's got kind of a great like cut through the mix, like softer distortion kind of thing going on. But it can also get crispier too. You can dial it into like this harsh, like pop punk sort of sound, or pull it back for like a 70s like riff rock sort of thing. I think it's a fun pedal. I'm looking forward to showing it off here in a second. Here is my dry signal Squier Contemporary Telecaster, humbucker in the bridge, coil cut if I want it, Rev D20 behind me, and a Princeton Reverb reissue running parallel with it. Here's that dry sound. All right, nice kind of like light, crispy edge of breakup thing going on there. I think it's gonna play around great with the 2017. Here it is. A little tapping didn't sound good. All right, let's check out the range of the controls. We'll start with the bass knob. Turn it all the way up. We'll start at middle. Put everything at middle. Turn it all the way up. Turn it all the way down. Real lo-fi sound there. I think most people are going to kind of want it in this range. You can really push that low if you turn it all the way up though. All right, now we'll explore the range of the treble control. Turn it all the way down. I honestly think the treble control is the most important control on this pedal. And once you kind of dial in where your lows want to be and where your gain wants to be, this really shapes the character of this distortion. And you get kind of like a deep 70s riff rock thing going on in the darker settings with the treble rolled back. And then you turn it up and you get more into like pop punk sounds. Yeah, when it's all the way up, like that is like your 90s pop punk, like early 2000s kind of distortion. think it sounds great. I've been using this thing a lot as kind of like my high gain sound stacked with like a lighter like DoD 250 sort of thing for my church playing, and then I throw a bunch of reverbs and delays on there. It gives me a lot of texture and grit to play around with while not getting lost in the mix. It doesn't have a mid scoop thing going on. It doesn't have a mid push thing either. It just has this like full bodied like amp push to its limit kind of sound. Let's check out the range of the gain control and then we'll go from there. I'll start with it all the way up. Kind of just this deep woofiness to it. We'll pull it back a bit. I like it kind of around here, right in the middle. It starts to, you know, clear up a little bit. It's not so woofy. It's not so over the top saturated. It's a distortion. It's like a let your leads come through sort of distortion. It just does that like kind of mid crunch sound really nicely too. There's a bit of a shelf here, right there, where it goes from a crispy distortion into like a dark distortion. And that's like the bottom range of the knob is this dark distortion. Someone might have a use for that. It's good to show it off. Let's see what it sounds like with the single coil setting here on my Seymour Duncan in the bridge. Back to humbucker. Not a huge difference. It's a distortion. It's distorting your signal. There's not a lot of character left over from your guitar. Sounds great though. Let me throw some delays at it, show what I was talking about as far as using it as kind of like a bass grit for, you know, doing my more like ambient sort of stuff. I've got a tonal recall and a EHX Canyons running right now. It just fills the signal out. It's got plenty of EQ frequency in there to sit in the mix. It's not gonna disappear with some sort of ridiculous mid scoop like a lot of distortions can. It's a great sounding pedal. It's a great sounding distortion pedal. I don't have a lot of distortion pedals that I keep, but as far as I'm concerned, this is a keeper. I would replace it if it got lost or stolen or something tragic like that. One more thing, I think I'm gonna plug in this guy here. I've got it loaded with some super heavy strings here. It's a 12s to 60, I think. I did a video with this guitar the other day. I've got it tuned to drop B flat. So I wanted to see how this thing would do with some low, low, low guitar. Ah, man. It sounds great for that heavy, like, low tune stuff. Really cool pedal. I've got a lot of uses for it. Like I said, I've been using it live. Good job, Zach. You did it. You hit it out of the park. All right, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me a rude, nasty comment, support us on Patreon, blah, blah, blah. Buy a shirt, click the links. You know the whole drill. All right, stay grounded. Bye, everybody.